There's technically 3 missions in Paraguay. There's Paraguay Asuncion North, Paraguay Asuncion, which is my mission, and Argentina Posadas. And Argentina Posadas really just takes like a tiny sliver on southern Paraguay, so it really doesn't count as a Paraguayan mission. It's mostly Argentina, but a lot of it is seen in Paraguay. And then my mission is really the smallest of the 3, I think. It's based around the city. There's still a lot of country areas in my mission, but it's based more around Asuncion, the capital. But right, if you like drive 10 minutes out of Asuncion, you're already into country-like setting. So, and the North mission is what they call El Chaco, which is like a huge desert, and so there's really not a lot of civilization in that mission. There is obviously, but not a ton. And there are 2 languages spoken: Spanish, which was for my mission called to speak Spanish, and an Indian language called Guarani. And nearly 100%, I would say 95% of the Paraguayans are bilingual in the 2 languages, which is interesting. And so it helps to seriously learn some Guarani right before you talk to someone, like just to spit out some Guarani words, because they'll love it they'll just love you, because it really helps. Some missionaries I knew grew a habit of learning Guarani, but I focused on my Spanish mostly. So there's one temple, El Templo Paraguay Asuncion, in downtown, and there are not a lot of stakes. There's a lot of districts and ramas, districts and branches, I mean, sorry. But yeah, there are some stakes, I would say. I had 5 areas in total on my mission, and I served, of those 5 areas, 3 were stakes. Yeah, and 2 were branches. No, 3 were wards, and I'm sorry, I came home like recently, so I can't really speak English still. First off, I served in Puerto Pabla, Villarrica, later it was the Pacaraí, later it was Niambu, and later it was Tayosape. So 3 wards, 2 branches. To answer about attendance, always varied. Really, yeah, it always varied. It always varied. In my first area, it was like 100, which was for Paraguayan ward, that's pretty big actually. My second area, which was a branch, was like 30, 40, sometimes 20s. On rainy days, almost no one comes, which is kind of sad. Third area, it was a branch, but like 100 people came. It was great. And 4th area, 100, 120. And the 5th area, like 80, 70, 90, around. It always fluctuated. And about the religious culture, yeah, the Catholic Church really is super strong. And a lot of people declare Catholicism. They're really into praying to statues and to their images and all that. And just got to respect it and never talk bad about it. But you learn about it, and so it's great. About the social aspect, I would say that there's some rumors that go around. A lot of people think that we're American spies that are there to like take their water or some weird excuse, and so they will not even trust you because it's in their mind, oh, they're spies, or oh, they worship Joseph Smith. They heard something wrong and they totally believed it. So many times it would be that. Sometimes also it would be the law of chastity. Mostly what happens, 2 people pair up and they just live together. They don't get married. They just straight to make the family without the marriage. And so let's say they just want to get baptized. A ton. It's happened to me a couple times. And they're not married. Like, all right, well, let's get married. And so we would just have a civil, legal marriage in the church building for them, and they'd get baptized right after that. Sometimes there's a problem. Sometimes they didn't really want to do it, and then the relationship would break off, and so it was kind of weird. Word of wisdom, yeah. People smoke. It's a really big beer drinking country. A lot of people love their beer. But mostly you'll just weed out the people that you know want to repent, want to have faith in Jesus Christ and want to get closer to them. So you'll just be able to see real quick if they have a desire. You just have to try hard to like get their trust. If you get their trust, then they will believe on you if they want to. And then they'll take the steps to baptism. Gordon B. Hinckley dedicated the temple in 2002. It's a newish temple. It's small, it's great. I know the mission was, my mission, Paraguay Asuncion, was created in the 70s. I can't recall which year, but I believe it was the 70s, 74, I can't say.